Next up, we have a presentation on the topic Pivoting to Connected TV, Harnessing its Potential and Precision. Connected TV has disrupted the traditional television viewing experience, providing viewers with an immersive and personalized experience and brands with new opportunities to engage with audiences. No wonder CTV advertising has become an increasingly important component of many brand marketing strategies. But where should brands begin? In this presentation, we'll explore the potential and precision of connected TV advertising, how marketers can get started with it, including CTV in their media plans, and how brands can leverage this emerging technology to reach their target audience more effectively. For this presentation, I would like to call upon the stage SIDDHARTH DABHADE, Managing Director, India, SAARC and China. May I please have SIDDHARTH on the stage?
Some very interesting case studies, not from foreign markets, but from India market. And of course, meaning ultimately, we are talking about this medium for the entire day, but it has to be actionable. It has to be very, very practical for all of us. And it's a lot of technology and data. Okay, so yeah, technology works. Great. So thanks a lot. Just a quick snapshot of MIQ. So we are a global MNC present in 30 plus countries. We are a unicorn. And very interestingly, our heart of operations in India. So we have a global center of excellence based out of Bangalore on the Lavelle Road. And we have over 400 plus data scientists, engineers, and analytics professionals. All the global solutions are created out of our Bangalore office and marketed globally and in India market as well. And we have been doing connected TV campaigns for many years globally now, and we bring the same expertise in India market as well. And of course, meaning we have heard a lot about connected TV, and when Prab talked about that we are going to have 36 million households on connected TV, and the numbers are growing very, very quickly. And we are having 15 to 20 million TVs sold every year, and they are all going to be connected as well, because now all the TVs are connected, and they are very affordable as well. So definitely we are in an era where entire TV is going digital. And I remember I was at Google in 2010. And that time, there were almost 80 to 100 million consumers connected to internet in India. And by 2025, we'll have 1 billion consumers connected on internet in India. And that obviously has taken around 15 years. But I don't think times are accelerating. So for connected TV to reach big numbers, it won't take so much of time. And we are going to see a lot of changes as we go. But at the same time, it's difficult, right? Market is fragmented, and you might buy display here, you might buy OTT there, you might buy connected TV somewhere else, and then how do you manage your reach and frequency? How do you maximize your reach, and how do you make it all financially efficient as well? And so there are a lot of challenges, and a lot of panelists did talk about that. Media is bought in silos, but even before that, how do you figure out that for my brand, who is the consumer and where are they? And then how do I integrate CTV planning from a data-driven perspective into my plan? And then from an activation perspective, what is the right channel? Because there will be multiple channels which are coming in on connected TV. And when you activate a campaign, how do you do in terms of reach and frequency optimization? You curb over delivery or under delivery. And then from a measurement is also a very, very important topic, which I think requires a completely or a full day focus maybe. But how do you have dashboards where you are able to see the reach frequency? How do you really measure the impact of the business outcomes which you want from your campaign? And then there are further questions, right? How do I integrate connected TV with my TV and digital plans? And how do I engage my connected TV audience across the marketing funnel? Which again, we talked a lot about that. I'm building my awareness through TV, but then am I able to bring them in my funnel and then activate them? And how can I do that, if at all it is possible? So I wanted to kind of talk about very briefly the approach which we take globally on this. And so the heart of what we do is we do a lot of data and analytics as a company. And we have a very, very rich data lake, global data lake, which is very robust in India as well. And we also have a lot of ACR data, automatic content recognition, where we are able to understand consumers are watching what genres, and then where are they located, what make of TV they are watching on, and of course what games they are playing, and so on and so forth. So there's tons of data which is coming in, and we add that data to our data lake as well. And then from there, we are able to answer fundamental questions that for this particular brand, these are the consumers, these are the persona we need to target, and these are the places where these consumers are, and that's how the data-driven planning should happen. And then that's where, from there, activation should happen, and then you should have all the choices for activation because you want to target the audience and not particular channels. And then, of course, measurement is very, very important. So what's our approach on that with our data analytics heritage? So without further ado, let's deep dive into directly a case study, right? So there's a very interesting case study in India with MAC Cosmetics. So MAC wanted to target consumers in the HNI space, and we created a cohort, with various signals like apography, offline store visitors, those who are visiting competition like Zara and Sephora, etc., and also purchase intent, right, on their browsing behavior, and so on. And from there, we targeted these consumers, and we also have a technology where we are able to have best performing social media posts and social media creatives, which can be deployed in a programmatic environment as well. And with this, we were able to basically target niche audience within the connected TV channel as well. And we are able to drive very strong brand awareness and very good boost in engagement as well. And quoting the client here, I think, they really looked at from an overall perspective, and client was very happy that we were able to deliver insights in terms of the consumer persona, and we are also able to help them on the measurement side as well. Now, how did we do that? So I think we have a very interesting case study. I don't know whether we have the audio for this, or I'll increase the audio. But this case study is a very interesting case study with Subway, where we will go into details of how we do this and what is the entire approach.
The popular mass reach tool. But lately, more and more Canadians are cutting the cord. With the increased use of connected TVs, devices, streaming services, and apps, TV doesn't really mean TV anymore. That's why it's important for marketers to explore digital channels as an extension of their linear TV advertising, which is exactly what we did for Subway. Subway wanted to take a deeper dive into its data pool to understand the target segments being reached using linear TV alone and how connected TV could be used to provide incremental reach while improving their message frequency against light, linear TV viewers. So, we served up an MIQ Advanced TV campaign. We started off by qualifying our target audience using ACR data, an opt-in hardware embedded in smart TV sets across Canada to screen content and campaign exposure. With all that tasty info, we overlapped the number of households that had been exposed to a Subway ad on both linear and digital to find out where we could maximize reach. Once we had a detailed recipe of who was watching linear versus connected TV, we activated our Advanced TV campaign, combining the power of connected TV messaging, linear TV retargeting, and digital retargeting. Through connected TV, we increased message frequency to viewers underexposed to Subway's linear TV ads, plus delivered digital messaging through desktop and mobile retargeted ads to Canadians exposed to competitors' TV advertising. And the result? Since many connected TV viewers were not watching linear TV, we used ACR data to increase Subway's linear TV reach by 11.5%. By sandwiching connected TV and linear TV together, we improved reach against a younger audience segment with a 3 times message frequency. No matter how you slice it, TV viewing is changing, but with the right combination of both linear and connected TV, you'll be left with a fresh outlook on your audience, and ultimately, a satisfying campaign. That's the power of better connected marketing. That's the power of MIQ.
Yeah, so I think it's about incremental reach. This is a very, very important point, because as the number of consumers on TV which is connected on internet will increase, there will be many, many cord cutters, and many brands will completely miss out, right? And so I think the first stage is knowing your audience and using multiple signals, and then from there targeting them. And so we have a very, very interesting case study with Z5 on it, right? It's a use case where Z5 wanted to target Indians in US, UK, UAE, and Australia, right? And so how do you find on connected TV Indians, right? So we again collected a lot of data, and we have been collecting a lot of data in terms of the consumption on internet, right? So consumers who are watching Bollywood, listening to Indian music, even in the ACR data, what they are watching in terms of the Indian content, right? So all those signals we took and we created audience cohorts. Then we further refined that by using more geo-contextual data as well, where we have this data that, okay, in these zip codes, the population of Indian ethnicity is very high, and hence by city and by zip codes, we optimize as well. And so, that was the power of planning. Right, and then from there, in just 30 days, we were able to reach out to 800K plus unique households and a very, very strong view-through rate as well as completion rates as well. And this is something which is going to be very, very applicable as we go forward, because there are many brands who are very interested in targeting NRIs, and they also want to have a certain affluence level for targeting NRIs, and that's where the CTV strategy will be very helpful. But then from an activation perspective, right, if you look at India market, right now, it's dominated by big tech, right? But as we have seen in many markets, there will be more and more platforms coming in. And again, the platform choice depends on your data-driven planning and really what is your need for your brand, where is your consumer. So again, from a India perspective, if you're looking at, if in your media plan, YouTube is a very, very important component, then you would want to obviously activate it through DV360. But there again, we have done certain innovations, which is very interesting. So we have an API integration with YouTube where we are able to understand that, okay, these are the particular channels and videos which are really resonating with your message. And hence, how do we double down on that and refine your campaign further? Then also, we are able to get the YouTube audiences in a clean data room and then enrich it with our data lake and help you understand that, okay, when I've been obviously spending a lot on YouTube, but who is really I'm reaching out to, what is their persona, and then, deep dive into it from an insights perspective and refine it further on YouTube as well as for your other channels as well. Of course, shopping data will be very, very important. So we have been doing many campaigns on Amazon DSP as well. And then, of course, we all know other platforms as well. But I think Samsung is obviously a very, very interesting platform, as we know, where we have the premium audience and also the ACR data capability where we can drive the incremental reach for you. And when you drive through a particular channel and you would want to consolidate your OTT targeting in such a way that you are doing unified buying and you are maximizing reach for a given frequency. This is very, very important, and this is where the power of programmatic comes into play, because if you buy in silos, then it's a lot of financial wastage which happens. And then I think this is a very good case study on how do you generate awareness on connected TV, but then you bring the consumer into the funnel as well. So this was a very cute message from Carrot Lane. So all those who are having their first salary, and Carrot Lane was saying that you can dedicate your first salary to your mother by gifting her, right? And so they will deliver within 24 hours. So very, very emotional message. We targeted high intent consumers who are searching for online jewelry and interested in gifting and luxury items. apparels and accessories. So we got the right cohort, and we drew the awareness of this particular message from Carrot Lane. But very importantly, what we also did was we used TV identifiers, and we synced this campaign with the mobiles in the household, right? So we retargeted these consumers on the mobile as well. It really helped because, as we all know, when you have multiple devices and you are helping consumer through that journey, the impact is increased. And we saw a 20% higher CTR than their average mobile campaigns for Carrot Lane. And we were able to obviously get all these consumers into the funnel as well. And on the activation side, of course, it is very, very important to have various creative formats as well. It's a long list. I'm not going to go into all of those. But very quickly, we have something called Social Boost Creative on Connected TV, which is we have a technology where we can take your best performing social post or social creative. In this case, it's a vertical video from TikTok, or it can be from Insta or Snap as well. And we can repurpose it to be delivered in programmatic environment and also on connected TV. And then it also has the possibility of having a QR code so that you can engage in that as well. Another one is very contextually relevant. How do you capture dynamic creative within connected TV environment? And it can be basis time, location, weather, segments, and so on and so forth. So, for example, we have been doing a campaign where we are helping a EV to launch their new EV vehicle, and we have created a petrol pricing API across all cities and all postcodes in India, and we are driving it dynamically, where the creative will say that, okay, in your city, this is the petrol price, it has gone up so much, so why don't you buy an EV and save so much on your petrol expenses? And then, of course, I think the most important part is measurement. So what we did was we did India's first brand lift study on connected TV. So this was for a homeware brand where they wanted to build the awareness for their product. And we targeted tier 1 cities consumers who were watching competitor ads on homeware brand or watching brand's own ads as well. And they were searching for home improvement, home renovation, and related products as well. They were searching for it. So we targeted them, and then we also partnered with Kantar to do the brand lift for this particular campaign. And this had happened more than a year back. So that time connected TV as a medium was even more new. But I think the results were very good because there was a very strong uplift in online ad awareness, brand favorability, and even in purchase intent. So it clearly showed that connected TV as a medium is new, but it is having same impact or probably even higher than your linear TV. And it did prove and created more credibility on this new medium. So yeah, what we would urge is have a complete data-driven approach. Look at the right audiences. Use your first-party data and use data lake enrichment, etc. Connect and discover your audiences, activate them in the right channels, and then, of course, bring it home with right measurement methodology so that you are doing a good end-to-end connected TV campaign. Thank you so much.